Jennifer Farrar from Asbury Woods is here to talk about the Maple Festival happening at Asbury Woods this weekend. Jennifer, welcome.
Welcome. Or no, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Welcome.
Pleased to have you.
You're welcoming us into Asbury Woods
Yes,
this weekend, and it looks so mild, as we were saying, if you look down at that forecast.
Yeah, I know. It looks, some years like it's snow at Maple Fest, and some years we like get a sunburn. So this one looks like a sunburn weekend if you're not careful.
Which probably means big crowds, right?
Yes, I'm sure it will. And it's Saturday and Sunday, so lots of opportunities for people to come out and experience sort of the magic of maple, as we call it, you know, taking this wonderful sap that comes out of the trees and turning it into pure maple syrup. It's,
So will they see the whole process from start to finish?
Yes, absolutely. So we have stations that people can go and check out. Everything from how do we identify the right trees to tap, to how you tap them. We will, of course, have sap boiling in our sugar shack so that you can see the process, which is really just fascinating. It takes, it's so labor intensive. People don't realize when you go and buy maple syrup, all the hours of labor that have went into it. So yeah, you can see that entire process Saturday and Sunday at Asbury Woods.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting how maple and the syrup can really come from this region of the world, which is really fascinating.
Yeah, so our region of the world, as you said, is where sugar maples are native to and where they do their best. Now you can tap other kinds of maple trees. It just, the sugar content is as high, but sugar maples is where it has the really high sugar content, and those are really unique to our part of the world.
Yeah, and at Asbury Woods, you guys are celebrating the year of the tree, right?
Correct. Yeah. So 2024, we are focusing on everything trees. And of course, Maple Fest we do every single year. But this year we have all kinds of programming around trees, lectures, tree identification, tree trimming. We're doing an Arbor Day event this year in April. So one of our partners, J. Thomas Tree Service, is sponsoring a whole year for us of wonderful tree programming and the value of trees in our community, what they add for us.
Yeah.
Now at the Maple Festival, will you be able to purchase, or is it more just about the educational process?
There will be some vendors. So we have some of local maple producers and vendors who will be on site. So they'll have everything from what you expect, maple syrup, but they make all these wonderful products like, you know, maple butters and
candies.
Yes, all these things. So
because after you're smelling it, watching it, you're going to want to take it home.
oh yeah, and you want to put it on everything.
Yes.
You know? And actually one of the vendors is doing a talk each day at 11 about cooking with maple syrup.
Oh,
and how you can use it as a substitute for certain ingredients and add different
kind of like
flavors.
the restaurant Riverside Brewing. That's their ingredient in almost everything they offer is
even like their
maple.
pizza dough, I think
It's got
they
maple
put a little
in it,
bit but a lot of baking these days is a sugar substitute. I mean, it's still sugar, but adding maple syrup in, you know, for a lot that you see out there. So a chance to get it and locally made, which is so great too.
Absolutely.
And how many maple trees do you have on the property at Asbury Woods?
Oh gosh, you know, I don't know. We have like 234 acres of property, so how many actual sugar maples we have on the property, I don't know. But each year we might tap 20 to 30 trees. That we collect sap then from throughout the season. And then we also, the past couple years, have had a neat program where people can sort of rent some of our trees for us. So we put the buckets on, and then they're free to come and collect that sap for themselves and take it home and boil that.
Do you have to rotate the tree tappings, or can you do the same tree each and every year?
So we tend to tap the same trees personally because for our purposes, it's educational, so we try and tap ones that are along our trails near the nature center. But you know, the trees, we tap them in different locations, and the trees really sort of heal themselves. And so if you go and look at some of those sugar maples, you can see the old, where we've tapped them before, but the trees have naturally sort of filled those holes in. But we're careful about how many taps to put in each tree based on the size of tree.
Interesting. And again, happening this Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Asbury Woods. Jennifer, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck this weekend.
We'll be right back.